Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome back. We said we did say that we'd be back at 1 o'clock, and here we are. Welcome again. Continuing with what is Tattered Lace Day. Yay! So
I don't know why I did that.
yeah,
They were just there.
That scared me a little bit. Taking them off him.
Take the scissors.
Moving
away.
them,
Never
just
mind.
in case. Got my hair down again. I'd like to keep it.
Oh yeah, haircut free.
No.
Right,
Oh,
come
honestly.
on, let's do this.
So, where do you watch and how do you shop? So, you will be watching us already, but if you didn't know, you can actually watch us on YouTube on your big TV, and then use your actual social media platform to do your shopping on. So that is also Facebook, Instagram, and of course on our website, which is amazing, which is highlightcrafts.com. If, again, just in case you're newbies, because we have lots of new ones joining us, so welcome one and all to our Tattered Lace Day. Now, when you're shopping with us on your social media platforms, you need the codes that we give you. So I'll give you a code, and this one is foiling. So type in the comments, shop, and the word foiling, okay? Send that off like you do, like a normal message, and then it will come back to you and say thank you very much. In there that says thank you very much for shopping with us is a link. Click the link, takes you straight to our website, just like that. Did that make you jump? Just like that, and then you'll be able to log in and check out. If you're not a highlighter, please become a member. It's absolutely free to join, and you get so many added benefits for doing so. So that's where to watch and how to shop. Let's share with you all these fabulous products that we've got on the show for you today. So stay with us for this hour. So we've got shop foil for this one. It's actually a fabulous deal, this, isn't it, David?
Oh, it's bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. We've got loads coming up for you. I was going to plan loads of demos, but they've been foiled. Anyway, so you've got an incredible foiling kit inside here. I love working with the foiling. Do you know what? I think I may have only actually had the opportunity to share it with you once or twice during our shows. I know you've done a lot of foiling, Amanda. Mel's done it. Of course, Stephanie herself. We've all had a dabble, but I absolutely love it. It's an instant effect. You get that dazzling, dancing, almost glimmer with your foil, with the gold and the silver, and of course, additional toner foils if you've got them. But this is an incredible pack for you. You get everything, don't you?
You do. Yes, so this is brilliant. You are going to get your foiling machine, which is A3. So you've got the A3 foiling machine.
Let's
and
do an
in
unboxing,
here,
shall we?
so we're doing an unboxing. Oh, impromptu unboxing.
So you can
There we
see
go.
out of the box experience. Inside
I'll hold
here,
the box.
you're going to get your carrier sheet, okay? A3 in size, because this is your A3 foiling machine, which means you can do almost posters, or maybe you just want to put loads of icons through here at the same time. You get far more foiling done in seconds. You're also, of course, going to get your machine. Now, your machine comes very beautifully and very carefully packed inside here, and so much so I'm just going to take my time just to take this out of here. And that is your A3 foiling machine, okay? It's got the A3 extra wide mouth on the front of here with, of course, hot or cold foiling if you want to do laminating or, of course, whatever technique it is that you're going through here with. It is a brilliant piece of kit. I absolutely love this to bits. You can see it comes beautifully wrapped with, of course, its wonderful wraparound on here of the tattered lace print. You've also got on here your release button, so when you're foiling, maybe a little bit like your Pro Cut, if you want to pause it and bring it back out, you can actually release the rollers and they will actually take away the grab of that sheet and lighter feed it back out. Or of course, if you popped it in and realised you'd not put your carrier sheet or something in there that you needed to do, and your plug.
Together with, you do get a roll of gold foil that comes with this again.
Absolutely.
So it fits your A3 machine. And of course, the instructions. Okay, lots of words and pictures in there for you all to follow as well. So that is an impromptu little bit of a unboxing for you. However,
that's the first part of the bundle.
that is only the first bit. Even though you do get that little foil there, you also get in your silver and your gold foils, okay? But as you can see, there's 2 in each pack. So you're actually getting 5 rolls of foil. Then, on top of that, you are going to be getting the foiling pack of fabulous florals, A4. There are 20 A4 sheets, 10 designs and 2 of each, and these are absolutely beautiful. Now, all of that in one bundle, shop foil, $54.99, okay? $24.97 saving. Look at that.
You have got so much in here. You're getting 20 papers. You've got 10 designs, 2 of each. You've got wonderful surface pattern. You've got background prints, your florals. You name it, you've got it with something like this. It allows you to really get on your way with foiling. That experimental process becomes a loving process, and you've got it all in here.
And I do know, because I did this with some of the samples that I did, you can scan these into your scan and cut, put a small outside offset line to them, cut them all out and then foil them.
Look at that, eh? I love the smell of these.
So you can actually foil on this, cut it out so it's got that perfect line. So don't think you've got to do the fussy cutting. You don't need to.
Okay.
So you have actually got some fabulous toner sheets on the show for you as well. So this is Shop Toner. These are your Tattered Lace toner sheets, A3. Brilliant. 8 sheets in here, $9.99.
Oh, these are brilliant.
They are brilliant. So with this, you can die cut them, which David has got a little bit of a demo. Oh, I've spoiled the demo, sorry.
Being foiled again.
Yeah. Oh. So you can use them as to die cut them. Don't laugh, Sam. Stop it.
She
It
finds
just
it funny.
encourages.
Let her laugh.
No, it's
Sammy can
encouraging.
laugh. It's
No,
fine. You're allowed to laugh.
your jokes are
She can
rubbish. You can cut these down to A4, A6, or just even little strips. It depends on how you want to use them. So they're actually toned on one side, all black, and then white on the other side. So yes, you can use them with your Pro Cut, and we do have that on the show as well.
We do.
So Shop Toner, $9.99 for 8 A3 sheets. Shop Carrier. Okay, now you're looking at this and thinking there's quite a bit happening here. Is this what you $12.99? But it's not just $12.99 for that. It's $12.99 for all of them.
You are. So you're going to get 9 in total because you
9.
get 3 in each pack.
You do.
They absolutely need more than one because, of course, as you're working with your foiling machine,
Multi-use.
you get one loaded up as one feeds through. As that feeds through, another one gets loaded up. You could create a bit of a process, a little bit of a manufacturing, but also at the same time, if you were to ever pop one in and you've accidentally misplaced your toner and you've printed onto it, it's always good to have additionals. They're not a consumable, but they're something that you would have repetitive use of. So, of course, absolutely need more.
And if you're doing something small and you don't want to wait all that time for it to go through, cut them up. So, words of endearment. Down here, Sam. Follow us.
Okay, so die collections, we've got them on the show, and these are bonkers deals.
They are. I like crazy bonkers. So this is Shop Words, okay, Tattered Lace, Words of Endearment collection. Okay, I'm going to tell you the saving first. You're saving $64.94.
What?
You're paying $24.99 for all of this, okay?
Wow, okay.
Okay, so you are getting 22 dies, which gives you 22 die cuts across all these packets, okay? And so it actually works out at about £3 or just over £3 a packet.
Wow, that is a bonkers deal. Now, you're getting all of this inside here. We've got some finished samples to share with you as well. And you can see here, you get everything from sentiments to slight elements of background, texture, and quintessential lace included in here. That is by far, well, I've never seen it at this price before. It is great to have on our show because, of course, you could die cut this out of those toner sheets and have foiled sentiments. We've got to do that during the show.
You can.
Look at this. But again, those dies, the scale of them, you'd be really surprised. Look inside here. This is your thank you one. Look at that. The size of these are brilliant. The images on the front just do not do it justice, but also the price doesn't either because this is an exceptional deal for you today. And it's a great one as well to wrap up our afternoon of shows with. So, of course, we're ending on some incredible deals before the 6 p.m. this evening. And again, just get them in your basket, get them checked out and get them while we've got them.
So Shop Words, $24.99. Brilliant deal. So we've now got Enchanting. So Shop Enchanting. This is your Tattered Lace Enchanting die bundle. Okay, you're saving $42.97, $9.99. Wow. The less than £2.50 a packet.
What? Okay, so you've got your petals here, which is a Swift die with all of these different size petals. You've got this wonderful lace bouquet wrap with, of course, the peonies all bundled up inside there. You have the wonderful horse-drawn carriage, almost very Cinderella-esque as well, but also made from lace. And then you get your daydream, your wonderful fantasy castle, which you could build up, make even bigger.
You can.
Use it within all your fairy tale, whimsical aspects, or if you just want to add a touch of mystery and sparkle to your projects, you can do it with these.
You can, absolutely. So maybe you want to cut that carriage out of your toner paper and foil it so you've got a gold carriage. How
Yes,
about that?
might have to do
All
that.
the artwork, by the way, is still available for you to download for free. So all the artwork for all of these dies, I believe, is on Tattered Lace.
Yeah, of course you'll
website.
find the downloads on the website, but you've got all of that, of course, charisma to work with, or you can use the cuts as they are. It's entirely up to you which way you want to work with it. But again, that price on there is a bonkers deal. You're getting all 1, 2, 3, 4 die sets inside here for £9.99. That's unbelievable. They're practically giving them away.
We are. So it's 6 dies and 28 die cuts because of all the petals that you get. And that is a Swift one, which is fabulous. So when you put it through the machine, it cuts all of those petals in one pass.
As you can see, of course, it would have been just over £50 for this. So essentially, you're paying for one and you're getting the rest free.
Yes.
That's how you're looking at this.
It's
ridiculous.
It is
value for money.
ridiculous.
And again, even if you just want to get into your die cutting, want to have a go with it, this is a great way to start because you're only spending less than a tenner.
Both of them will work beautifully together.
They will, absolutely. They will go together, sentiments and, of course, timeless florals.
So we're just going to go on to, now, small and mighty might refer to many things.
Not saying anything. I thought that was a Yorkshire pudding then.
No, it is. He's hungry, everybody. You'll have to bear with him. I can hear his stomach. It
start
sounds
eating a
like
plug.
it's a 250
Not that hungry.
motorbike. So, Shop Baby.
Ooh.
So, the baby blue...
Biggest die that you can use in a
use.
baby blue, we've been asked as well, which is a great question.
It is.
Of course, the measurements of the plates, you can actually see the measurements on there.
Just over 7.5 centimetres by 16 centimetres, which equates to 3.8 inches or 6.2 inches.
Absolutely. So, of course, that maximum width there being just over 7 centimetres, 7.5, I would always work at around about 7.2 centimetres as a maximum. If you're thinking inches as well, you'd be looking at something of around about 3 inches, but always just stay within the size of the plates because, of course, the mouth of the machine is ever so slightly wider, so you've got wiggle room, but you won't want to go over there because then it's not going to cut.
No. So this one...
Great question, though.
Yeah, very good question. Thank you for that, for joining us. £27.49 for the baby blue. You're saving £28, and it does come with the plates. Now, your plate combination, you get 1A and 2 Bs. The Bs are slightly smaller or thinner in density, thickness, should I say. For your die cutting combination, you need an A and a B. Mm-hmm. And for your embossing, because you can get those lovely small embossing folders that are the long strips, you need both B plates to emboss with. And like I say, it is small, but it is mighty. And one of my favourite things about it is that it sticks to the desk.
There we go.
Which is really strong. So you've got those suctions on there as well if you're needing to actually adhere it to the desk, which is fabulous. So that is an absolute bargain. If you've got somebody that's just starting out with their crafting, maybe you're wanting to get the younger ones in your family to join in, what a super way to actually do that.
To have a die cutting machine on under £30 today, I think is fabulous.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
bonkers.
great deal.
So we've got some stencils on the show, so we're going to have to go a little bit this way, Sam. Now these are gorgeous. So we're going to go with our classic. So this one, in fact, I'll hold it up with the board. There we go. Let's do it and do it right, man. So Shop Classic is this one here. This is your Tattered Lace panel, A5 stencil, $8.99. So that gives you an all-over coverage of one particular design. But
I love that.
obviously, you can use these with all of your pastes, creating backgrounds, inks, sprays, spritzers, you name it, you can put through this, okay? And then on this one, this is Shop Vintage. Again, A5 stencil, this is your Tattered Lace Vintage lace border. Now, again, I absolutely love this because the versatility of it. So you could put masking tape over the middle pieces and just have the outside edge. Mask off on one side and have these two pieces. Mask off the edges and have the bit in the middle. Just brilliant to work with. So, Shop Classic is the full lace panel. 8.99, and Shop Vintage is the borders, again, 8.99. A brilliant, I just think they're fabulous.
And they're new.
They are brand new.
Brand new for you today. I mean, I've been doing embossing with these, running them through with my foiling machine.
Yep.
Going to do that for you during the show, see how you can create something completely different. Then you could go in with your inks as well and oxidize it. I love those stencils. They're absolutely fabulous. Should we have a look at some die sets?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, this is just incredible. So it's Shop East. It's $79.95 and you're getting all of this. Now, one of the things that I love that we bring you regularly are this one. Look at that. So it gives you the whole background, okay? So you're getting all of that to create that aperture, that actual image, okay? Not only do you get that one, you also get, so that's what it looks like all chopped up and in pieces. So that is your cherry blossom heights.
Lovely.
Then you're also going to get your magnolia frame. So you can actually have that, cut it twice and have it over the top of each other, which is beautiful. So there's 6 die cuts with that one. And then we're introducing you to the characters. So you've got Blooming Love, or Blossoming Love, 2 die cuts. Then we've got Tranquility.
Ooh, very nice and majestic.
And then we'll introduce you to Peace.
Oh, look at that wonderful collection of how it all comes together
It's
then.
beautiful.
Think about where you're going to be using them, where you're going to be placing them. Even if you want to do something like a tunnel, a box frame or a diorama project, there is a place for quite literally everything. Now, this die collection, it's one of our latest releases from Tattered Lace. It was heavily featured throughout our most recent festival as well. And of course, everyone celebrated in style with a beautiful kit like this. And so many of you did get hold of it. But of course, it's lovely to see some additional inspiration with it too. But also, imagine using this with your foiling kit.
Yep.
It would look incredibly gilded.
Fabulous. So it's your Tattered Lace, Eastern Elements, Dies and Artwork download, $79.95, Shop East for that one.
Fabulous.
Now, we've got one more to show you. So we're doing a little bit. I'm sorry, Sam. We're going all over the place today, aren't we? Everybody that's might be getting a bit getting the steps in. Now, this is Shop Fancy. Okay.
Oh, it's so fancy. I'm going to bring it over to you so you can have a look if that's okay.
This is your Tattered Lace Fancy Decorations bundle. It's an incredible saving. Woohoo! So $54.98 saving. You're getting all 3 of these for $19.99. Look how big these dies actually are.
Honestly, these size are I mean, they're some of the biggest Tattered Lace dies I have ever worked with. The saving on these is just absolutely ridiculous. But oh my goodness, think about card shapes, think about framing, think about your tuck-ins, think about stencils, but also your foiling.
So add in this, look, there it is. So that's one of the elements. Isn't that incredible? So this is going to work with all of your collections, these 3. I think it's a must-have to put in your baskets for $19.99. It's going to work with your words of endearment, whether it's your enchanting and also your Eastern Elements across the board. But just imagine these actually foiled as well, because I can't remember the last time or ever that I have had a die or a die cut that's already foiled and I've bought it and it's that big.
No, I mean, they're like dinner plates. These are huge.
They are, really are.
Really big size dies. You can see from top to bottom, 6 inches, and then from corner to corner, it's 7 inches. I mean, oh my word, that's a big die. So you've got loads of scope there to fold, to make doilies, for placemats, for cards, or even snowflakes or hanging decorations, but
nice.
mats and layers. Of course, with that fabulous border that sits around the edge, you've got so much detail to be played with.
And also remember, Tattered Lace, the snippability of this, to snip these out. So if you just flip that round for me, David, turn it round the other way. Oh, sorry, it's the same image on the back as it is on the front. Imagine snipping into this and creating an aperture inside there, but then you've got that piece that's cut out and use that again. So snip into these edges and maybe take the corners away. Snip all the piece, keeping my fingers out the way. You're in chopping something today, aren't you? So all of these elements, you can then cut into these and make it so much more work for you. That's where you're getting the value for money with Tattered Lace every time, is the snippability. So for that one, Shop Fancy, you're getting all 3 of those, and they are huge. So we're going across to David, I think now. Are you ready, David?
I am. I'm already over here.
You're already there?
I'm already ready.
Yeah, but you've got longer
More
legs than me.
No, I don't
Come
think
in.
so. I think they're the same size, actually, last time I checked. Of course, we're going to use lots of different things in conjunction with one another. Of course, we've got the fabulous Pro Cut on today's show, and I have it right next to my Tattered Lace foiling machine. I'm going to be using the both of these for, of course, some of our projects that we're going to do today. But firstly, let's actually do some foiled with our toner packs. Now, what I've actually been doing is with those toner sheets, I've cut mine down into A4. Start small if you want to, build it up as you go along. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it down again and make it A5. So I've got my cropper just underneath here. I'm going to cut it down
Guillotine.
into cropper, guillotine, cutter, anything you want to call it. A5, okay, we're going to make this one. And then what we're going to do, of course, is do our foiling. Now, I've done it A5 because, of course, our stencils that we're working with today are A5 in size. So I'm going to make it the exact same sized image on here. So what I'm going to do is go into our foils with your foiling machine, plug it in, have it switched on prior to, of course, doing your crafting. It will take around about, I'm going to say 5 to 10 minutes just to heat up. I'm just going to bring this over here so I can get an almost similar size of this to my actual toner sheet. And I'm going to say ever so slightly larger than A5. You want to always make sure that the foil covers the toner completely, okay? If you leave any of the toner exposed, because it is heat activated, it'll want to stick to any open surface. So, of course, your sandwich of your carrier sheet, it will stick to. So if you've got a rotary cutter, like a pizza slicer, they work really well for cutting your foils. But if you've got a nice set of sharp scissors, thank you, Sam, they will work perfectly, okay? Right, so I'm gonna grab my carrier sheet just here, and a singular pass through on your foiling machine. You're looking at about 2 minutes, if that. So we're gonna place down, let's open it up first, our carrier sheet, and you can see here where I've got a few black marks. They don't affect the overall use, of course, of this piece of equipment. It still works absolutely fine, but of course, when you pop in that toner sheet, just make sure, gold side up, of course, or silver side up, whichever one you're using, all edges are completely covered. Now, as you then fold that back flat, you can see there it's moved, okay? I've got a bit of toner showing. So what I'd want to do is open that back up, just make sure it's nice and flat, and burnish it down a little bit to get any air out. Hold it as you fold it. There we go. And just smooth it down to get any air bubbles out of there, okay? Now you can see you've got a nice wide mouth on your machine, and I'm going in with this one actually with one of our A4 carrier sheets. You get an A3 with your machine, but it's great to have both, isn't it? Because I did actually, the fact that you get 9 in that bundle of all those carrier sheets, I made some smaller.
Yeah,
I made A5 ones.
down.
Means I could do teeny tiny projects. So if I wanted to do something like a flower, I didn't have to wait all that time for it to pass through. 30 seconds, done. So feed it through into the machine, and of course it will continue to take it. It's now going to feed it through. You can see you've got nice, it's lovely and warm on the top, isn't it?
It is a nice, yes, it does get warm.
Don't hug it though, keep it on a level flat surface.
And then, you're warming your hands now, Sam. There is a light indicator when it's ready on there as well, power on, and when it's ready, you've got a green light indicator, which is fabulous. Just switch it on. And then at the front, you've got a little switch, little black switch, on and off.
Is Andrew okay? I think his light bulb's just burst.
Are you all right, Andrew? Oh.
He's smacked something himself. So what we're doing now is we're feeding it through, and look at this, okay? See how the edges there of that foil, as they're coming off the toner sheet, how you've got an ever so slight ruffle, but how burnished and flat it is. That heat activation process, of course, with the sandwich of the rollers either side, is pressing it against here. Now, as of course it feeds through the back of the machine, you've got quite a decent amount of heat coming out from there, okay? So as it then touches the surface, it will naturally just cool on its own accord. Now, this is almost fed through. I can see that my A5 has fully passed through, so we could always press the release, and that'll just quickly feed it out for us, okay? We don't have to wait the full time for it to then do nothing here, essentially. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out of here, okay, and look at this. Oh,
Look at that.
How beautiful is that? It is exquisite. The detail, the professionalism of making this is just outstanding. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm then going to take a little bit of my low-tack tape. I'm not using stencil spray for this. I don't want to sandwich it onto the here. I'm going to put my stencil onto the back of my toner sheet that I've just done. You could put it on the front if you wanted to. I'm going to work onto the back for this one though. And I'm just going to lap over with a bit of low tack tape, and then I'm going to go to my die cutting plates, which of course comes with your probe cut. So I'm going to pop this with the gold facing down, in fact the gold facing up like this. With my magnetic sheeting at the moment, we might need to take this out. I'm just going to play with the combinations because this is just one of our thin mylar stencils. And then I'm going to put my top 5mm cutting plate over the top of this, okay? And I love as well that I can just feed that straight through. It's like almost level with the same height as my probe cut, so I've got a little shelf there, which I love. Now this is embossing this for us. You can play about with your shims if you want to create or lessen the intensity. And you can see as it's fed through how it's squeegeing that embossing mat out of there, okay? So we've gone through with our foiling, we've gone through with our stencil. Look how it's now coming out of the end. It shifted down, but as it did it, it squidged its way through, okay? It did what we wanted it to do. So, look at this.
Beautiful.
That beautiful embossed paper. Now let's just take this tape away from here. It's not going to remove any of your foil, but look at what we now have. We have the most exquisite, most shiny, iridescent mirror card created from scratch by hand with your stencil and of course your foiling machine together. Now of course the process for this, you want to do your foiling before your embossing. If you do your embossed card and then do your foiling, you're most probably going to flatten out any of that detail. But also it would be quite interesting because in that process, areas where you have a recess in between the emboss, it may not capture all of that foil, it might miss some.
Put it through the foiling machine with the stencil.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah. We're
Well, what I would do, okay, what I would do is I'm going to emboss my toner first. Okay, so I'm going to go on the back now of my toner sheet, again with that stencil. So let's just lap this over, feed it through. We're going to pop that in here with, of course, our rubber embossing mat. So let's do a bit of experimenting, shall we? And we're going to feed this through. And then what I'll do is, as it starts to foil, we'll do a little recap for you on some of our other bits and bobs on the show, so you're not just watching it go through.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is Shop Machine. Of course, we've got an incredible deal for our Kickaboodle machine. It is phenomenal. Now, at the moment, you are saving £60.99. It is currently on at £109. Yep, you did hear me say that, £109. However, £109 before your discount.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Ooh.
So it's £109 before your discount, which is just amazing. So remember, 109, and that comes with all your plates, etc. Are you going to flip that and have it at the other side now?
Well, what I've done here, look, is I've embossed my toner pack, okay? So...
You put your foil on there.
Well, I'm thinking...
Put that there and put your foil on there. It won't foil where that is.
It won't, but I'm not quite sure if it will capture enough in between sections. What do you reckon?
Okay.
What do you want to do? Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. We'll do it both ways, okay? So what that means is, no, because I've embossed it that way, so it won't go through. Like, my bits won't pop out. Ooh,
Okay,
oh
so leave the embossing folder in place and then put it through, because it's not going to squash it either, is it?
Okay, right, we're going to do it that way, okay? So, let's retack my
This is
stencil
crafting on the go,
Did have an
everybody.
idea in
We're
mind,
gonna do all the stuff, so you don't have to, because we've done it all.
Okay, so let's run this through. We've got our stencil on the back of it. Pop it in our sandwich, and as this feeds through, we'll do a little recap for you, and we'll come back and show it. Will our stencil be okay in here?
Yeah, I think so, because obviously you can use it with your hot foiling pen.
Right,
and
well,
that gets pretty hot.
This is on you, Amanda, because I weren't going to put it in there.
So shall we recap on this? Well, we're going to make the mistake so you don't have to, but I think it'll be all right. So we've got shop words, okay? This is our Words of Endearment collection. It is $24.99. You're saving $64.94. It makes it roughly, give or take, either just over or just under £3 a packet of dies. £3 for a packet of dies. That's like, what? So you're getting 22 dies and 22 die cuts with this set. And these are big. Look at this. And the artwork is also still available for you. So it is there for you to be able to download. Okay, so that is that one. Then we're going to go make a little step. Shop Enchanting. These are your Enchanting Tattered Lace dies as a bundle. £9.99. You're saving £42.97 on this collection. Again, about £2.50 a packet. I can't remember the last time I bought anything for £2.50. I can't even get Haribo sweets. There are lots of other sweets available, but you can't get a bag of them, can you, for less than £2.50?
£2.51.
£2.51 them is, apparently. Right, okay, thanks David for the save. And then we're going to go this way. These are your fancy decorations. Shop Fancy, again, £19.99, but it's not £19.99 for that one. You get in that one, and that one. But let me just show you, look, because this is no illusion. They're actually even bigger than the picture. Look at those. They are massive dies, absolutely spectacular. Those are definitely your card shapes and things like that. And of course, when you've done the foil piece, the lace panel, sorry, you can unfoil it. It's absolutely beautiful. So those are the three collections. Then we're going to go this way. So Shop East, now this again is a fantastic saving because it's not just the dies on this, you are getting the artwork download too. So Shop East gets you all of this for £79.95, and this is one of the Tattered Lace more recent collections, okay, which is just beautiful. You have got an incredible £14.99 saving on this, which is lovely. The artwork is spectacular, and it was an absolute favourite when we used it in our recent festival. Then we're going to go to the stencils. Have we got a reveal?
Would you like this one back?
Okay. Yes, please.
Just before you show them, I'll take the stencil away, then you can show them.
Oh, look, it didn't melt.
It didn't. Disclaimer.
I'd got every what's it called? I was pretty sure that I'd got all the faith that was going to work perfectly.
Well, I'd say that if I knew it did afterwards. Good.
Rude. So here we are. Shop Classic is the one that the lace panel that David has just used in the Pro Cut and the foiling machine. So this is your classic Tattered Lace panel A5, £8.99, and then you do have Shop Vintage, which is this one here. Vintage lace border, A5 stencil, £8.99. These are just beautiful additions to everything. Shall we have a little look what's occurred?
Should we do it? Okay, so look at this. Look at that.
Yes!
It's left all of our detail in the background, pitch black. So now we have created the top layer of foil. So we can emboss with this. We can then foil the embossed detail. Leave in or take out your stencils. Of course, the actual foiling machine isn't designed to create a strong impression, but then it's not over there, because look at what you can then use afterwards. Run this back through on a toner sheet, and then you have this design to use and create a background with. So put this back over your toner sheet and run it through. All of that detail there will then come straight through onto another piece of toner cardstock, which is so exciting. I'm going to show you exactly how that works in just a few moments.
It is exciting.
But look at how you can create all these different effects.
Positive and negative of that. That's brilliant.
It is amazing. Right, okay, so let's have a little look, shall we? We've got, of course, that incredible foiling kit with your machine and everything that comes with it. Even the little Yorkshire pudding on top of the machine. You get everything in there.
It's a plug. Don't be telling folk they're getting a Yorkshire pudding, Dave. It's not. It's the packaging for... It's not a rock either, Andrew. It's the packaging for the socket. Look, it's there. Look, there's the plug. That's how we plug it in. Oh, honestly. People will be emailing in and said, where's my Yorkshire pudding?
Oh, that'd be
Stop
nice, wouldn't it? A Yorkshire pudding
just,
with every order.
Oh, I could just have a dinner now. Stop it now, David. I could just eat a Sunday roast.
Sorry. Right.
You're going to get your A3 carrier sheet in here, along with, actually in the box. So in the box comes your A3 foiling machine with its own Yorkshire pudding, your gold foil, your instruction manual, and your carrier sheet, okay? All of that is in the box. However, the deal doesn't stop there. You are then getting an additional 2 silver foils and 2 gold foils. So in total, there's 5 gold rings, I was going to say. I'm going back to Christmas. 5 foils. And then you're also getting your fabulous florals that David's going to use now. Again, you're getting 20 A4 sheets, 10 designs, 2 of each. So I love this because you're getting an overall background sheet and then you're getting the decals or the icons that match that, okay? But these are all then in all different sizes for you to be able to work with and use. If you're wanting to do something really elegant, very, very simple, cutting out these and matting layering on gold and silver, just or black, use your black and white cardstock with this. They look fabulous. Little stamp sentiment, good to go. How easy is that? So for all of that, it's shop foil, $54.99. Gets you the machine, the foils, and a foiling set all home for you to start straight away. So you haven't even got to wait for anything else to come along. You get the whole kit together, which is brilliant. Then we've got our carrier sheet. So you've got your big A3, and obviously we've got our huge A3 toners as well. So if you want to be making posters and things, absolutely you can do that. But don't think of it as just 8 A3s. It's 16 A4s, or what's 2 16s? 36, 36
32.
32 A6s or C6s. Sorry.
A5s.
A5s, whatever, a C6. Never mind,
Lots.
I'm hungry. There's a lot in there. And then these are your toner sheets. So, sorry, carrier sheets. So shop carrier gets you, these are your A4. So it's A4 foiling carrier sheets. There's 9 sheets in total. 3 sets of 3 for $12.99. But these are brilliant because slice off this edge, fold it in half, and you've got 2 A5s, okay? You've got 2 A5 sheets. Stop laughing at me. Cut them in half again, and you've got little C6s or A6s, okay? So it just speeds up, and because you've got plenty of them, doesn't matter that you're cutting them up, okay? Which is brilliant. However, you do always need a sealed or a folded edge to work with them. Don't have 2 separate sheets because that makes a sticky sense. So we're going to go to a demo now, which is brilliant. So we're loving all of this, David. What are you sharing with us now?
Please, may I have... Sam's on it. Thank you. There we go. Got my carrier sheet back. Thank you. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have a look at, of course, those wonderful florals that come with that amazing bundle with your foiling machine. And also we're going to have a look at that. And do you know what? The price of your machine as well, all those elements that you get in there are essentially almost free in some respect. Think about it. If you maybe have a foiling machine, or maybe you got one of the A4s, upgrade to an A3, but maybe one of your friends, you're thinking, well, actually, they would love this. It would be a great gift. You get to keep all of the bits that go with it. So whatever way you want to look at it, you're getting a great deal.
Or what I'd do is if I've got an A4 foiling machine, I'd gift that, keep this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm having the upgrade, but I don't mind gifting what I've already got.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into one of our florals here, and you can see you can cut them out individually if you wanted to, or you could foil the whole sheet. I tend to like to do them individually because then, of course, I'm not wasting any foil. But we're going to talk about waste of foil. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got one of my florals just here. I'm going to pop these bits to one side, and I just want to show you, in fact, I'll show you this in a minute as it's passing through. I've got my first one that I did. Okay, so this here was our first floral that we did. Beautifully foiled. You can see the original format in the way that it looks. You can see how it catches the light there. It is just amazing. So, going from this to this, really easy. I'm going to take some of my foil and lay this over the top. And remember, always be cautious to make sure you're covering the entire of the image with your foil. So snip into it. Don't take more than you need. It'll all just go back on the roll. And of course, any extras, just pop them in a little cello bag and you can use them for all of your little touch-ups. Okay, so we're going to go into our carrier sheet like this. And I'm going to go directly over the top of our image. There we go, with this one. And then our first initial one that I used to actually remove from here, we're going to run through at the same time, because notice how we've got all of that wonderful crisp image remaining on that sheet, and it would be an awful shame to put that into the bin and not use it. So I'm then going to pop my foil over a piece of my toner card. Now you definitely want those toner packs, the A3, and I'm going to let you know as well, we do not have a lot of those either. So if you're into your foiling, stock up on it now. If this has reinvigorated that craft for you, definitely get hold of them. So they're now both going to go in here, okay? I've got one of my foils on top of my toner sheet, and I've got one of my toner sheets on top of my foils, if you like, sort of thing. So we're going to feed that into our machine, okay? Now, whilst it's doing that, this here was one of the backgrounds, and of course I've foiled this one here so it catches the light beautifully. So I'm going to cut this one in half. I'm just going to find my halfway point with this one. And let's get our cropper out again, or sorry, should I say guillotine?
Guillotine.
Thank you. Okay, so let's cut this one down in half, okay. And they're great for your mats and layers, they're great for your card fronts. I'm actually going to trim it down a little bit further as well, okay. And I've now just noticed, so keeping an eye on my machine at the same time, it started to come out this other side. So let's go back to our machine. It's almost finished foiling the sections that we want it to, so just let it cool a little bit first. I've got this bit now, it's come to probably room temperature now, it's not cold, but release it, and of course then you can feed the rest of it out of there, okay? It just removes the gears. As gears interlock like this, it just separates it so that one can move freely, and of course they're not then creating that torque together. So, inside here, we're now just going to let that cool on our mat, and let's open it up, okay? Move this back, open your carrier sheet, and inside here we will have a beautiful detailed image, now imprinted but in gold. And then of course on this one here, we will have the image just on its own foiled. So using the same foils and images, you can create two from one.
Yes.
Which is just incredible. It is absolutely fabulous. Now what you could also do is then go over the top of this one now. Could you go over the top of this one now with silver? It would pick out those details.
Yes.
Yeah. So how cool would that be? Should I try it?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm not going to say no to any of this. Is crap. This is what we do. This is a typical day in our craft, in the creative department. We'll go, oh, shall we have a go? Absolutely, just do it.
This is the thing.
It's just a piece of cardstock at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So I've got a little bit of silver just here. I'm going to lay that over the top of this one whilst we start to make our card. This may or may not do anything, but I just wanted to have a go and try it, okay? So let's be hopeful, and it's nice to just experiment sometimes. So let's pop this inside our carrier sheet. There we are, and fold that down, and feed this through into our machine, okay? We're gonna let that do its thing. I'm just gonna clear the decks. Of course, do make sure to go for that foiling bundle today. You'll be gutted if you miss out on it because it is such a cracking deal. I'm just gonna trim this down a little bit further, take a little bit more width and height off of it, okay, and I've got some black cardstock as well, and I'm just going to then also fold this in half to make our card
Shall I move this
blank.
out the way for you?
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, so we're creating our card blank here like this. In fact, I might need to trim that down a little bit further, and look at that, we've now got this one appearing. It's so quick how it happens. So release again, feed that back out over the machine, put it onto a cool surface, let it absorb any of the heat. Now we're going to see what we've got here with this one. It may have just completely foiled over the top, but we shall see. Look at that. We've created silver on gold. Oh my word. That looks incredible. That's so different. And then we've now got another one, which we can then put through again on black, and then a gold on top. So it never stops.
Nope.
It keeps on going. That's an incredible cycle.
How cool is that?
Doesn't finish. And again, you can use that time and time again. Could I pass you this, Amanda? I don't know where my little yellow snips are. In fact, actually, it's fine. I'm going to just crop this one down. Let's have a look. So let's go back in with our guillotine, and I'm just going to trim this down. Let's have a look, take some edges off from here. There we go. Let's see if that's the right size for us, because of course we're going to use some of our DIY doctor tape. It's always easier to take more off than it is to put more on. So let's just take a big chunk off now. There we are, we've got it down trimmed enough. Perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go in with my double-sided tape onto the back of our first foiling sheet. Okay, so let's go onto the back of here with our double-sided, pop some of that just onto either edge. There we go. Wonderful. And then I'm just going to take the backing of this off. I love this tape, it's brilliant. And of course, for making quick cards, it works really well because it's so easy to take the back off. If you're ever struggling with it, just use your poker tool, get it underneath. Let's pop this now directly onto our card blank. I'm just doing a really simple A5 for this one, but just look how effective that is already. I also went into Minecraft Studio because it has been a day with Minecraft Studio today, with some of our shows. I decided to go into there and have a play with some of my images and make them black and white to match the card. So I picked out an image. It could be absolutely anything at all, but I edited it in Minecraft Studio, which is brilliant.
Is that our lovely Luke?
I wouldn't say lovely.
He is.
He's all right, he'll do. So what we've got is me and thee, and I'm just going to put this one on here. There we go. So we've got our foiled background on top of our card like this, and then we've got our wonderful foiled decoupage. So let's grab some foam tape just to lay this up and make it into a complete project together. And it's wonderful because you get to create, not only with the existing imagery that you have, you get to create wonderful detail and add these glimmering accents to them, which really just completely changes the game and allows you to really, you know, celebrate beautiful styles. Now I might put this a little bit further up, so I've got a bit of space down at the bottom because I probably will add a sentiment to this later on in the day. But I'm just going to pop a little bit of foam onto the back of here. Let's see where it's going to fall, probably around about there. Okay, cover my arm up, and I'm going to put a little bit of foam and then pop the florals just like that in the corner. Look at this, really easy as it comes together. So we've got our foiled decoupage, we've got our foiled background. Amanda, have you got that flower? Oh, amazing. Look at that speed cutting over there. Incredible.
Just to add a note to all of this, when you get foil packs and they're already pre-foiled, it adds a cost, okay? Because it is actually a luxury item to have imagery and things foiled if you're buying your card kits like that. Now imagine doing it for yourself onto whatever you want to use. You can add a few more pennies because you've got luxury cardstock that you're actually making yourself. You should be. It's fabulous.
Should we do as well? How long have we got left?
Do you want to do that other piece?
8 minutes. Would you be able to grab me the large, almost dinner plate die from over there, please, Amanda?
The dinner plate die? I
Yeah,
thought you were going to
really
run that extra bit through that we've got, the negative.
We'll do something else.
This one?
Right. All right, go on then. Thank you. So what I'm going to do now is share with you, of course, your die cutting with your toner sheets. So this is where you can get real experimental. Remember as well, all 3 of these fabulous dies you're getting today for, what is it, $19.99? That is a bonkers price. So, I like that. It's a really fun project, isn't it? Really nice.
Hi, Lukey.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my die onto my Pro Cup, okay, with my toner sheet, with, of course, the black facing down into the die itself. We want the beveled edges, of course, on the top of it. I'm also going to go in with some of those fabulous, that 250 pack of those clear wallets that we've been having on some of our shows recently. I know a lot of you got them and want to know what they're for. This is it, okay? We're going to go into our Pro Cup with this one. So feed that through, it'll cut it beautifully for us. I might even reverse it back, actually, give it a second cut, just because it is a big die. There we go, I can hear that it's fed through, so let's just feed it back through, just on there. I'm going to get some foil ready, because then, of course, we're going to add it with our die cut. So let's cut some of this away. Wonderful. So that there is my mats out of there. And I'm just going to grab some of my foil. Here we go. Wonderful. And again, find the best pair of scissors that work for you for this project. If you are going to run excess foil through your carrier sheet, don't worry, it's not going to stop it from working for a second time, as you've seen. So we've now got the die, okay. I'm going to take this out of here. I'm not going to try and get too much fallout all over my desk, but, oh, look at this. Absolutely exquisite. I love this die. It's fabulous. Would I like the bin? Oh, go on, it'd probably be a good idea. I'm just going to quickly give it a flick. There we go. Get all my bits out. So what I'm going to do, with our carrier sheet and our toner, I'm now going to feed this back through. Okay, so with our carrier sheet, we're going to get our fabulously toned doily, okay, pop this into our carrier sheet, face up again, like this, and we're now going to feed this through to create an incredibly foiled die cut, okay. Pop it in. Any areas, of course, that you're not capturing on your toner, don't worry about those. That's not going to transfer anything onto, of course, your mat, but let's go in and feed this through. I'm so excited to see what this is going to look like, because we can then create card shapes out of it. And you know what? I have done a little bit of playing already. I've used a negative from one of my previous just to see what it looks like, and it's incredible. But you're going to get all 3 of those die sets for 19.99.
19.99. Shop
Bonkers.
fancy for those. They are just super cool, aren't they?
So you can see how we've done cards, we've done backgrounds, we've done embossed detail, we've done our foiled decoupage, and now we're actually going to do our foiled die. Oh yeah, our double foiling. We've also got this to play with later on, which again would create that everlasting process of foil on, foil on, foil on, foil on. So we've got our die cut, and you can see here where all of the detail has now got an incredibly seamless burnish all over the top. Okay, which is going to look exquisite as we release this. I'll be able to take it out in just a few seconds. Remember as well to check out your baskets, and also don't forget to join Mel this evening. Of course, on Tuesdays we've got the 3 designated hours for Scan and Cut. She's going to be back this evening as well for an incredible show. Can't wait for that one. And also don't forget that tomorrow Cadence Club is launching. Look, I'm going to bring it in for every show. I want everyone to be able to know and to be in with the chance to, of course, to join that club. If you're at work, don't worry, you can watch the show back and still be part of it. Don't worry about that. So, take this off from here and look at this. Oh my goodness,
wow.
Amanda, look at that. That is incredible. So, I'm just going to hold this against some black cards so you can see it. I've got my watercolour pad just there. Look how beautiful that die cut has come out of here, which then takes you to playing with the die itself. So create the mat for the die, layer this on top, so you've then got both, and then this piece that's left over, that piece of foil, let's have a look at that, shall we? This one that's got all of those bits left on it, run that back over a piece of blank toner sheet, and you get this, okay, which feels so glossy. It feels incredible.
It looks gorgeous.
So from the same die cut, that could then be your easel as this comes up to create a card. Look at the reflection that's appearing. It's literally dazzling off the surface with this. But again, imagine these then wrapped around candles onto acetate. These could be going onto ornamental pieces in your home, or you might be cutting them, spiraling them, making them into flowers as well. It is exquisite. And you know what?
Gorgeous.
With foiling, it just never ends. It just carries on.
So all of this, there's no waste. The thing I love about it is that there is absolutely no waste. In fact, I'm going to go. There you go, look.
Look at that, all off there. We've had a question in
gone.
as well about does it work with toner printers? Now, of course, this here is a toner pack, so yes, it does. If you're going to be printing your, say for example, if you wanted to foil a charisma like this, but you printed the whole thing on a toner printer, it will foil the whole thing.
Yes.
So what I would always do is print it on an inkjet and then overlay on top of your Word design a stamp, run it back through on a toner, and it will just then foil the stamp over the top of it.
Minecraft Studio digital stamps.
Yeah, just foil them.
Foil all of that imagery. And
yes, it will. So
how amazing is that? Oh, that's super cool.
Great question.
And even if you've got a watercolour card that will go through your printer, you can foil onto the watercolour card and then watercolour your images.
What? It can be a little bit tricky, but I have done it before. You can even run rice paper onto a piece of cardstock stencil spread through a laser printer and foil it. And you can create foiled rice paper. Do, of course, experiment with that process, but you want a blocky image. You don't want anything too fine because it's a fibrous paper and it won't take on the toner strong enough. So if it's a block print, something that's very bold, you'll get a stronger result.
How cool is that?
I know.
That is super cool.
Yeah, I know.
We've done a little bit of experimenting for you in this hour as well. So there's lots to go with this. Shall we go back to the foiling machine just so we can go over what it is? Because I think the foiling machine really has been a top I think it's been my favourite.
I love it to bits.
I love the dies, but this just opens up so many more avenues. So it's shop foil. With this one, you are getting your Tattered Lace A3 foiling machine. Comes with the carrier sheet, your instructions, and a roll of gold foil. However, the deal doesn't stop there. In addition to that, you're going to get 2 silver, 2 gold, so you've got 5 rolls, and then you're also going to get the fabulous Florals A4 paper pack as well, which includes 20 A4 sheets, 10 designs, 2 of each. Now, you've seen David working with these, that you've got the full backing paper almost in for the back, and then you've got the one that matches. Now, I do know, because I have done this, popped it in through the scan and cut, and it's cut them out for me before I've foiled them, which makes life very easy. But again, the deal, $54.99, you have got a $24.97 saving on all of this, which is brilliant. And you've seen all the incredible techniques that David has done for us on today. And remember, Shop Fancy, again, $19.99. That again is a super deal because the size of these dies are huge. And you've seen David cutting them out, the toner sheets. So if you're wanting extra toner sheets and the ability to do again what David has been showing us, shop toner $9.99, you get in eight A3 sheets. You've seen it cuts beautifully. You've seen it embossed with the stencils. So pop the stencils in again as well. So shop classic and shop vintage for those two, $8.99 each. We're going to have to say goodbye because we're going for dinner. I hope you're all enjoying your lunch. Thank you for joining us. It's not a Yorkshire pudding. And we'll see you very soon. See you soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye.